The Royal Rumble's this Sunday. It's one of my favorite pay-per-views of the year, and for the first time in WWE history, we have two Royal Rumble matches. We have a women's and a men's Royal Rumble match. So let's get this prediction video underway. The first match we have is the Usos, them thugs, versus Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships. I have the Usos winning. I still don't believe that much in Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. I don't see anything really in them. I think the Usos should and will hold the titles all the way up until uh, WrestleMania and maybe and well past WrestleMania, maybe even until SummerSlam. I don't think that the Usos are going to lose the titles anytime soon. So I have the Usos retaining their titles. Next, we have Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins versus The Bar. I like The Bar a lot. I think the only reason they lost the titles is because they went up against Jason Jordan in Jason Jordan's hometown. They were in Chicago the night that they lost the tag team titles, and that's why Jordan and Rollins won. Um, Jason Jordan has done a great job. Has done a great job as a heel. I mean, he's whiny. He's entitled. The people hate him. They absolutely hate him. He gets pulled out the building. I can only imagine a match between him and Roman Reigns. Like, they just absolutely hate him. With that being said, I think the Bar are going to take the titles back. Like I said, I think the only reason that they got the titles was because they were in Jason Jordan's hometown. Um, you know, I think Jason Jordan with the titles or without the titles, I think it still works. I think it adds something when he has the titles. I think, when he's always constantly whining for a match, it also adds something. So it could go either way, but I have the Bar winning the tag team titles. Next, we have AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a handicap match for the WWE Championship. Um, this one, I have AJ Styles winning. I know that it's 2-on-1 and that it's, the ads are stacked against AJ, and for that reason, AJ should lose. But it's AJ Styles. He has carried SmackDown and, carried SmackDown and been the face of SmackDown for the last year. He's been a great WWE champion. Even when he wasn't champion, people loved him as the United States champion. Um, I think that he should retain the title. Another guy who I think should hold his title well beyond WrestleMania. I think he should maybe hold the title at Mania. I don't know if he's going to lose, but he should hold it from there and, even farther. I like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens as a team. They've done a great job. They've made me actually care about Sami Zayn, but I don't think that him and Owens will win the WWE Championship. I don't think they'll do the whole co-champion thing. I think they may get in each other's way and cost each other the match, or I think that AJ Styles will just find a way to win. Next, we have Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman versus Kane in a triple threat match for the Universal title. Um, my mind tells me it's going to be Brock, but my heart tells me I want it to be Strowman. And Kane's just kind of there. Like, it's 2018, and Kane's in the main event of a Big Four pay-per-view. Just think about that. One of the Big Four, one of the big pay-per-views. He is there. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, how'd they get there? It's like, how did that Kane end up in the main event of the Royal Rumble? Well, not the main event, but in the Universal title match for one of the main titles. It's like the Jaguars in the AFC Championship game. You just ask yourself, how did they get there? But anyway, I'm having Strowman win this match. I think Kane's there to eat the pin. There's all that big chance that Brock retains the title, but I want it to be Strowman so bad. So I'm going to say it's Braun Strowman. If you say it enough times, maybe it'll happen. I have Braun Strowman winning. I mean, there's no reason. This guy is tearing it apart. So he gets, just everybody apart. If you get in his way, just watch out. Don't get in Strowman's way. So I have Strowman retaining, earning the title. He'll be the Universal Champion by the end of the night, I hope. Next, we have the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match. And let me start off by saying, the way that this was introduced, I don't really like it. I felt like Stephanie McMahon tried making it about herself. And she came out to the ring while these women were all beating each other up. She comes out, we're going to have a women's Royal Rumble match. I'm like, yes. And then at the end, they're all embracing each other, hugging, lifting each other's arm. Like, no, you guys are just beating each other up. What are you doing? Go back to beating each other up. You guys just found out you guys are going to get an opportunity to fight for the women's championship. Don't embrace each other. Try to beat each other up. Get an advantage. But no, they don't do that. And then Stephanie McMahon inserted herself into the commentary stream during the Women's Royal Rumble match, which I feel like it's just ego-driven, and it's just, look, let's make the Royal Rumble about me, and not the women who are actually inside of the ring. With that being said, I think it's a no-brainer who's going to win this Women's Royal Rumble match. It has to be Asuka. There is no way that it is anybody else. No Sasha Banks, no Bayley, no Nia Jax, nobody else. It has to be Asuka. She needs to come in like at number 1 and eliminate everybody, or come in the final 3 and just tear the house down. I think that Asuka should be and will be the woman to win the first ever Royal Rumble match. It just makes all the sense in the world. There's absolutely no reason for her not to win the Royal Rumble match. Next, we have the men's Royal Rumble match. This one is not as easy to predict. It never really is, somewhat to an extent. I've probably narrowed it out to 4 guys. The people on the internet have said it's going to be one of 4 guys. It's either going to be Nakamura, Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, or Dolph Ziggler. The last 2, I don't think there's any way those 2 guys. Dolph Ziggler, come on. Daniel Bryan, no way WWE clears him. Roman Reigns and Nakamura? No, that makes some sense. I think the possibility of Roman winning gets increased because he just lost the Intercontinental Championship, meaning he has no other things to do but just to win the Royal Rumble. Nakamura makes a lot of sense. That's the one I want to see. I'm going with Shinsuke Nakamura to win the Royal Rumble and to face AJ Styles at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. Isn't that sound like a great idea? It's a great idea. WWE should do that. Shinsuke versus AJ Styles. I have AJ Styles winning tonight, and I have Shinsuke Nakamura winning the Rumble. That's my Royal Rumble predictions.